Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're jumping right into a massive frustration in the creator space. You know, that absolute grind of spinning your wheels trying to monetize your social media? We're going to break down some pretty bold structural claims behind a system called MegaLink. Basically, we're looking at why people chasing those monthly social media payouts are just spinning their wheels, while others are getting paid weekly by leveraging social media the right way. So, let's dive in.
So, why the huge divide, right? Why are some creators stuck while others are seeing weekly payments? Well, you've probably fallen into this exact trap yourself. You find a legit-looking course, the sales page is amazing, you buy in, and Module 1 is a breeze. But then, bam, you totally freeze around Module 3. And why? Because suddenly the training just assumes you already have this massive audience, a huge email list, or tech skills that, let's be real, you just don't have yet. It's totally paralyzing.
All right, let's move into Section 1, the monthly payout trap and the design flaw.
So, the creators of the MegaLink system make a really interesting point here. They argue that this specific moment when you freeze up, it's not your fault at all. They actually say that gap is not your fault, it is a design flaw. They point out this massive gap between what traditional training tells you to do and what a total beginner can actually pull off on day one. So blaming you for not having an audience or tech skills, that's a structural failure of the course itself, not a lack of effort on your part.
Their analysis really hits the nail on the head. Every system started in the middle. None of them started at the actual start. Traditional models expect you to learn a ton of stuff, execute it perfectly, and then maybe, just maybe, earn your first dollar months down the road. It's literally forcing beginners to try and build an income on a foundation they haven't even poured yet. It's like, being asked to drive a car on the highway before anyone's even shown you how to turn the key.
And that takes us right into Section 2, the Earn As You Learn flip.
Since the timeline is clearly the biggest issue here, the MegaLink developers decided to just completely flip the script. The contrast is super clear. Every other system out there goes learn, then do, then earn months later. But the MegaLink system is built on an earn, learn, earn more loop. Instead of waiting months for a potential payout, this model is designed to pay members real commissions just for taking the initial training steps. We're talking about earning a commission just for completing a quick 10-minute orientation, long before you actually feel like you know what you're doing.
Which brings us to this absolutely crucial concept, early proof. This is all about generating that very first commission before you've mastered any skills. Why? Because it creates the psychological momentum you need to keep going. The source material argues that getting this early proof, even if it's just a few bucks at first, is the missing link in online education. It's the one thing that keeps you engaged in learning when everything else would normally make you throw your hands up and quit. It completely changes the mental game.
Okay, Section 3, the MegaLink mechanism.
So how does this actually work? The steps they lay out are surprisingly simple. Step 1, you instantly get your own personalized MegaLink. Step 2, you share it. But here's the kicker. You use the free social media traffic training they provide. You're just using platforms you're already on without spending a single dime on ads. And then step 3, the automated sequence takes over. The system tracks every click, handles the product delivery, and drops the commissions right into your account. Your only real job in this whole sequence is just sharing that link.
Now, the features supporting this are pretty wild. They claim you keep 100% of every single commission. No splits, no percentages taken out. Plus, there is zero technical setup required on your end. The digital products attached to your link are already built, priced from $7 to $97, and delivery is totally done for you. And, which is huge for beginners, they do live coaching and Q&A sessions 3 times a week, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. That's specifically to help keep that weekly momentum rolling.
Moving right along to Section 4, Proof, Price, and Guarantee.
Now, to back up these really bold structural claims, they point to a community that's been getting results since 2015. They highlight a few success stories, like a student named Beverly. According to the source, Beverly started with 0 experience, followed the steps, showed up to the live sessions, and pulled in $16,000 from a single 2-hour block. Now, okay, we absolutely have to pause and stress here, and the creators explicitly say this too. This is not a typical result. Individual results vary heavily based on your effort and consistency. But they show this just to illustrate what the mechanism is actually capable of.
So, what's all this actually worth? The creators broke down the real-world value of everything. You've got the personal MegaLink at $97, the Earn As You Learn training at $197, the Done-For-You product library at $297. Throw in the free traffic training, the live coaching 3 times a week, and community access, and they value this whole comprehensive package at exactly $1,332.
But here's the catch. The actual one-time investment for core access to everything we just talked about, it's just $7. Yep, $7. Now you might be thinking, why $7? Well, they say this specific price acts as a filter. It weeds out the tire kickers who just hoard free courses and never take action, while completely removing any valid financial excuse for you to start. And they're super clear. There are no hidden fees for this core access, just $7 for the 100% commission system. And on top of that, they shift all the risk entirely onto their own shoulders with a 30-day show-me-it-works guarantee. They basically just ask that you give it a real shot. Log in, watch the orientation, share your link, and hit up at least one live session. If you aren't totally convinced in 30 days that it delivers, you get a full, no-questions-asked refund. No loopholes, just your money back. It's a pretty serious vote of confidence in their earn as you learn loop.
So after looking at all these claims about flipping the whole learn then earn model on its head, it leaves us with one big question to consider. 6 months from today, are you going to be in the exact same place, still spinning your wheels, waiting for an audience to magically appear? Or will you have used early proof to build real momentum before you even felt ready? It's definitely a fascinating approach to online education. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I will catch you on the next one.